All right, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free to play mystery shard only video. Today we're going to be covering the Doom Tower. This is the final Doom Tower normal rotation, and we are going to blast through it as fast as we can to see what we can do. Let's get into it and see what this is about. So, basically, this is the tower rotation where you have to fight the Nether Spider. Who else is in here? Magma Dragon, Griffin, and it culminates in the Eternal Dragon being the final boss in which you will have to beat. Now, the first few dungeons we're going to kind of fly through. We're going to use random heroes that are easy to acquire that you can get through, just so you can kind of see that these heroes are available to do these fights. After that, we're going to kind of just use whoever we have. You can beat these fights with the heroes that I am currently using literally in this fight right now. There might be a few exceptions to that, and that'll probably be like the last version of Magma Dragon and possibly Griffin and a few others, all right? So basically, you're just going to blast through the first few fights. None of these are really, egregiously hard. Most of them are pretty easy in this rotation. I think it's actually the first rotation that I beat because it was that easy. However, Griffin is a bastard once you get to the higher levels. He can be a bit of a pain, and also Nether Spider can be a pain if you're not prepared for him, or if you don't have heroes that can kind of, basically get through the stuff that he's doing. So here we go. We got through Griffin. Now we're going to do some Magma. Start this bad boy up. Start. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to kind of blow through with the keys, get through these fights. Magma Dragon, same thing. You're kind of just going to blast through him. I don't know if we're really going to go crazy on the second versions. I have to get more keys. We'll see which quest I have to do to get them. We might have to stop in a little bit to get the extra keys so we can run through every fight. Otherwise, I might just skip over the second versions of all these fights because literally they're all the same. There's nothing different about any of them. You can auto most of them. The spider is going to be exactly the same. Nothing really changes. It's really once you get into the third versions of these fights that they're really going to start to, kind of ramp up the difficulty. So here you go. We're going to put Kale in here. There we go. And we're going to start. Now, this fight, we really just want to make sure that we can keep our skills open as soon as we get into the second area. There we go. Take auto off. You just want to make sure you have your nukes ready to rumble as soon as you get into into the boss fight. That's really the only thing that you got to do. Figure we'll make this fight a little bit easier. There we go. We'll make this video a little bit shorter and easier because I know the last few fights are really where everyone's going to struggle. And if you can do what I am doing right now on the easy versions, then all you're going to need is a little bit stronger heroes with exactly the same skills. That's it. It's not even hard to get through the second versions of these boss fights. All of them are essentially the same. Magma Dragon is not going to really require any extra skills, which is why I think we're just going to skip them, but we're going to just show you the heroes that can do it. Smack them in the face, baby. Smack them in the face. And if I get crazy, maybe I'll go figure out. I should have gotten my keys before I started this, but it's a little bit late. We'll see how it goes. All right, so now essentially you're just going to speed your heroes up with Apothecary. You're gonna hit your attack up on this. That's important that you do attack up first before you remove everything. All right, then you're going to hit the boss with War Maiden. There you go. And we're going to do this to remove some of these poisons. There you go. And then we're going to blast the spiders. There you go. Done. That's it. And that's the whole thing. Now you just fight A1 your way to victory until he pulls some more spiders out. And then you just repeat exactly what you just did. You just got to make sure that you have your attack up on Kale when he hits them because you want to make sure that they die. That's the big thing. If they do not die, this strategy doesn't work. Essentially what will happen is you'll just heal the boss and everything will go to crap. Very quickly, actually. It'll go to crap. Very, very quickly. There you go. Nether Spider dead. What a bastard he is. I have my tea, which I'm going to drink now. Yum, yum, yum. Keep my throat nice and ready to rumble. Next fight. All right, so Eternal Dragon is basically exactly the same. He is not going to change. We're going to take her out and throw in Valerie just so we can see that these are the ones that we use. There we go. Starting 5, start it away. Blast this whole thing down to the wire. We can auto this fight. There's nothing here. So there's really not much in this fight that you have to worry about. I mean, There's ads, and you don't want them to be alive. But other than that, there's really not much to it. And if you're having trouble with the secondary fights that I'm going to skip on this run, just because, like I said, we've beaten most of these, and I think it's honestly, I think Eternal Dragon is the only one that we haven't beaten in one of the other Doom Tower videos, which is why I'm just going to do this one shorter. There's no reason to really, spend my time in the middle range. Um, Basically, this version, so the heroes we're using here, and then the heroes we're using in the final versions, you can kind of maybe make a mix if you are having trouble in the second versions. I literally use exactly the same team I'm using right now for every single one of these fights. Like there's no difference. There's no change. This is what I did to beat it, and it is what it is. The third iterations kind of require a little bit more work and a little bit more strategy involved. So that's literally all four bosses, and you can do the same strategy into Griffin. For the second version, you can just auto him. You just need stronger heroes. Same thing. Magma Dragon, literally the same thing. You can just use that team I just used and beat Magma Dragon. Nether Spider, use the same exact strategy. Just make sure you have your attack up as soon as you get into the final, into the boss fight, and then wipe out the spiders and make sure you can heal, and that's it. Eternal, same thing. Eternal Dragon is garbage. Literally, you're just going to wipe the floor with him and with stronger heroes. Now, once we get into here, this is where stuff gets a little crazy. Now, I didn't beat Griffin until I had these heroes. All right. He was a pain in the ass. He's very hard. I can't stress how much different this fight is than the original versions. All right. It gets pretty tough in here. And I would recommend that you have at least some decent heroes that can revive, that have protection, maybe, speed up. There's a reason we have High Katoon and we have Apothecary in here. Griffin gets stronger and stronger and stronger the longer the fight goes on. You can't have this fight lasting for 20 minutes because he's just going to start one-shotting your team. To be honest, my team, even with this grouping, has a chance of dying if we don't kill them fast enough. So you basically getting the HP burn on him a little bit. Yes, he might throw some of these skills back at you, but it's not that big of a deal. They don't do too much damage to you. It's not going to really affect the fight. You've got Syl that's healing yourself back up. You've got Drexstar, who's pretty beefy, and he can survive. So as long as Drexstar and Syl can kind of stay alive, you're good. And then Apothecary and High Katoon basically keep your team moving. Constant turn meter increases to keep you guys moving faster than the boss. And Kale's just an extra DPS. You don't need him if you don't want him. Smite definitely helps on Syl because it gives you that little extra oomph, and that the damage it does is pretty insane. If you get a smite off almost every turn, yeah, he's gonna be dead in like 2 minutes. This is not a very long fight. It's actually not even that hard once you have a team like this that's pretty well built. Every single hero in here, now that I think about it, yeah, every single hero on this team right now, I do have separate videos on how I built them and the way you should build them, and you can get through it. This does take time. I didn't beat this for this was the second rotation time, I think, that I got to it. So figure this is at least 4 or 5 months in before I was able to beat this boss. So don't think that you're going to get through it right away if you haven't been summoning, because I'm not summoning. This is mystery shard only, and I only use heroes that everyone gets. So yeah, it was a little bit tougher for me, but these heroes can do the job pretty well. As you can see, they're not really taking that long to do it, considering this is one of the last fights. So I'm actually very proud of this team. They do really well. They get through this thing pretty easily. But yeah, this is a great team. I mean, this team can do a lot. They're getting to the sorry, we're getting to the point where there could be a problem if he starts using his electric attack, but he did not because we killed him fast enough. See that? And that's why we do it. You want to make sure you can get enough damage in there as fast as possible with Kale, Syl, and Drexstar. As you can see, Drexstar did the most damage with the HP burns. He's just rocking it. All right. So that's Griffin. Now we'll move forward into Magma Dragon. Magma Dragon has a bunch of um, we have a bunch of provokes in here. That's how we beat it. Now, I'm really tempted to consider putting in 2 different DPSs in here just to make this fight go faster. I'm considering it because his provoke is pretty good and his provoke is pretty good. But you know what? Let's just leave it. Let's leave it at no. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. If we die, we die. I'm not that upset about it. Or we could just bring, no, we can't bring Syl in there. Don't bring Syl into Magma Dragon or Drexstar. Just to be clear, Neither one is good for this fight. You want heroes that don't do a lot of buffs. So we're gonna, we're gonna bring in our boy here. Let's see if they can do it. You're gonna want at least 2 provokers in here, possibly 3. And that's why we had Odachi in here, because he has the extra provoke. Now, we're going to take auto off here because we want all of our provokes available once we get into the fight. Luckily, we have our damage dealers ready to rumble. We're going to see if this works. I'm hoping it does. I don't foresee any major problems here, but you never know. As long as these 2 bonies can frickin' hold the provokes, we're good. Now, I believe that Master Butcher should have enough time to get off his provoke again on auto. If not, then we'll have to run it with a regular auto team. We'll see how it goes. And, it is what it is. If it fails, it fails. I'm not too upset about it. And now you really just want to get your first provoke off here, and then you can put it back on auto. All right. I have done this on complete auto. There you go, provoke auto. I have done this on full auto, but it just sometimes, just randomly, it won't work. So it's not the end of the world. I mean, we're talking like maybe once out of like 10 or 20 runs that you'll get a failed attempt because something goes wrong. But we're going to try and do this with 2 DPS this time. This is the first time we're trying this, so this could be a failure, but I have a feeling that it should work. As long as the provokes can stay up, I feel like he would die quick enough with Galek and with Kale kind of murdering him, because this fight was very long with 3 provokers, just so you know. So there you go. We got the Hex. So now we really just need another provoke before his turn comes up again, which we just did. There you go. Now the Hex is not a problem because it'll go, all the attacks will go to Master Butcher and not to Galek. So really you just need to provoke up the entire time, or at least every other one of his turns. That's the most important thing. And now Galek should get rid of his Hex, and we should be fine. There we go. Hex is gone. And now we can go back to our regularly scheduled program of provoking the hell out of the boss. Now Master Butcher should have his provoke ready to go. So we may get, in this way, we may, okay, he got the provoke there. So Jizzo did get a provoke, and then he can get healed back up with Apothecary. This looks like it's going a lot better than I thought it would. I was kind of hoping it would, that this would be not a problem. I feel like Jizzo and Master Butcher are more than strong enough to deal with this and with the provokes. I would probably say get some extra accuracy on Jizzo, just because my accuracy is not super high on him. We're talking like maybe 150. He's got more resist because we use him in other things, but either way, it seems to be working pretty well, and this is going much faster than my normal fights. I think the normal fights are like, I don't know, 6-7 minutes, because you're literally just constantly provoking and using weaker heroes that can't do a lot of damage. So this actually will give us some defense down, which is nice, from Galek. It'll give us some poisons from Kale, and it'll give us some heals from Apothecary, who can speed us up. And then the other 2 just manage the provokes. Yeah, this seems to be working pretty well. I'm not really upset. This seems to be working pretty well. This is good stuff. I want to see what my best time is. I'm actually curious for myself. And remember, this tactic isn't needed on the first and second iteration of this dragon, just to be clear. It's not needed at all. Um, you can literally just beat the crap out of him and he'll die. His hexes are a joke. His damage is a joke. There's really nothing to deal with on him in the first 2 sections. This is the only time that this becomes an issue, is with the provokes. There you go. So we're able to do it. If you're not able to do it like this, then bring a 3rd provoker in, and you'll constantly have provokes. I use Adachi. He's not the best. He's got like a 25% chance to provoke, so it's terrible, but it's on his A1. Master Butcher is perfect for this fight. To be honest, if he was built in a provoke set and did a bunch of stuff, and you got him really high accuracy and everything, it's conceivable that Master Butcher can be your single provoker in this fight, and then you could just kill him in like, really quick. So yes, this was my best time, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So yeah, there you go. Having an extra DPS in here is good, and you can get through it faster. But provoke is the winner here. Do not bring HP burns. Do not bring turn meter reduction. Those things will get you killed in this fight. I honestly can't remember why right off the cuff, but I know that it will get you killed. I know that HP burn heals him, and then there's a couple other stupid things that happen. So don't do it. All right, so now we're on the Nether Spider. So now this fight, there we go. We're going to bring this team in, and we're going to see how it goes. I want to see if it works out well. Um, no, to be honest, we're gonna bring Syl. So you don't need Syl. I did beat this without her, but we're gonna do it anyway because I'd like to be safe here and not have to worry about dying. There is a chance you could conceivably die with War Maiden. She's not really built for anything, and if you have someone die, then unfortunately there's no way to bring them back because this team has no resurrector. So just know that it could be an annoying fight and you could screw up. All right. But I did screw up before this morning, and when I was doing this fight, oh look at that! See, everyone's revived. Um, I did screw up when I was doing it this morning and died, and I ended up restarting the fight, but we'll see how it goes. I can't see who I'm trying to kill right now. Everybody looks the same. There we go. Let's kill this one. Kill this one. Yeah, I don't think we have any more problems here. Trying to keep. I don't even know why I'm doing this, to be honest. I should have just autoed through, but whatever. All right, now we can get through this. The only thing we really need is the attack up, and we need. Yeah, we're good. So far, so good. Smite it up, baby. Smite it up. Now, the reason we're doing this, like I said, we're trying to save our skills and trying to reset all of our skills for the next fight. I'm taking a little bit longer than I normally would. I'm just kind of clicking. I'm not really doing anything amazing here. We just want to reset our skills. So let's get through this. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we're good. Now, same thing as before. Exactly the same garbage. We're going to get hit with a bunch of poisons. See that? Smite is a good idea, which is why we have it. They did do the counter, so now we're going to speed ourselves up. We're going to do attack up. Very important in this iteration that you do attack up. And then we're going to do that to get rid of some of our poisons. And then boom, all the spiders are dead. If your attack up isn't there, you may end up not killing them and then healing the spider, which will make it very difficult. It's hard to kill a boss when he's constantly healing. Now, I could remove these debuffs, but I don't think it's that important right now. We'll see. The problem I had before was that the boss decided to heal himself up almost halfway because I think there was 3 spiders that were left over, and it screwed me and took the fight way past where it needed to be, and then we ended up getting killed because we were just taking too much damage. I think it was kind of silly. It really shouldn't happen. I should have done the attack up there. That was whatever. There we go. All right, so now would be a good time to possibly use the shield. See, yeah, now would be a good time for shielding. I should have healed her, but it's not a big deal. We're just gonna do this. There we go. Everyone's got shields, heals. Syl's coming in with her extra heal, so that's nice. There we go. See, we didn't even need to heal her. We're gonna leave it. I like to leave her attack up, reduce debuff skill, and the remove debuff skill from Spirit Host. Very important. Keep the attack up. I think we should have the. I should have done speed up there. I think we should have the spiderlings coming up very soon. Boom. I was hoping for a smite. Whatever. There we go. Now we're gonna get a crap ton of poisons. All right, so now we have attack up, so we can remove all the debuffs, so that's fine. We want to heal Syl, because she's the one that can revive. All right, we don't want to touch the little baby spiders. There we go, we got Smite. And then we're going to hit, you know what we're going to do? No, we're going to leave it. I try not to use that unless we have a bunch of debuffs. Now the attack up is good, so we can take them down. There you go, problem solved. And then we do it again. Now, luckily we have Smite on, so that's good. We'll keep the fight going, which is good. That smite is so good. I mean, I showed it in the other fight. It's just so good for freaking making the fights a lot quicker because it does like 200k damage. So now we're gonna do some attack up. We should be able to cycle the attack up again, which is why I keep putting it up as soon as it comes available. Be nice if that smite hit. It did not though. All right, we're gonna do a shield just to get some extra healing in. I'm just showing you the easy version. This is the, we want to win and we want to be safe version. This is not like the, oh, we can win and destroy the boss. That's not this version, just so you know. Speed up. There we go. Little getting crazy with the poisons. There we go. More smite. That's what I like to see. We're halfway through. 5-minute damn fight. I should have used the poison thing. I always forget which skill I'm using because I'm so used to just clicking. Decrease speed. We could use that, but I'm not gonna. We're gonna leave it like this because our poisons aren't super high. So now we're gonna get the attack up. And we don't need to heal anyone at this juncture. See how it goes. We want to use this because there's no baby spiders. That'll give us some extra poisons. There we go. And now here they come back. And round 3. Smite hits. Look at that. It hits very hard. So now we have attack up, which is good. I'm going to remove all the debuffs, but I think just for right now, we're going to do this anyway because it helps. So now we'll do that. We'll come in here and hit this guy. And then we will heal Syl up. And then remove all the debuffs. So we're good again. And now we are back in action. There you go. They're all dead. That's what we want every time. The spider's dead. Now we're going to use the shield just to get us a little extra protection here. It's going to be back before the next little spiderlings come up, which is good. We do have smite, which is also good. We can keep the HP dropping. The more HP dropping, the better. We don't have anyone that needs to be healed. Hopefully we get some procs on our War Masters like that. We just did. 58k. I'll take it. Give me another smite. All right, attack up. And then poison. And then heal my boy. We're almost there. It's raining men. Actually, it's raining spiders. It is raining spiders, baby. All right, come on. Let's get this going. Give me a smite. Give me a smite, baby. All right, the poisons did a lot of damage. Uh-oh, this could be bad. All right, we're good. We need it. Wow, that he got like the extra procs off, so that's good. We'll use protect for now. Yeah, because we're gonna have the spider babies are coming out soon anyway. Spider babies. Sounds funny. Spider baby, spider baby. All right. I could have used that other skill to lower the debuffs. Not the end of the world. Do this, do that. I should have done the attack. It wasn't the best timing. That was bad. All right. Well, let's hope that things work out. So now we're going to have to use the attack up instead. Say, this is how I died last time. We're going to hold off on using the big attack. We're going to do that. We're going to heal. I don't think we're going to. Yeah, we're going to heal my boy. We're going to do this for that. All right, this we're going to do attack up even more. Hopefully we can get the extra attack from Kale. Would be nice. Uh-oh, that's not good. I healed him. That was bad. And now we can do this. Boom. Now we're back in action. Too bad I accidentally healed him again, so that kind of sucks. We were right there. It would have been nice. I screwed up and didn't use the right thing, so now we're going to remove all these debuffs. So we're back to normal. We're going to want to heal you up. There you go. Heal you. Hopefully we can get a little smite in here. This is a longer fight. This fight sucks, I'm not going to lie. It's not my favorite in any way. It's actually my least favorite of the fights just because I can't really auto it. I'm sure there's better ways if you have stuns and other things that you can use on these bosses to kind of make it so that you can win quicker. But unfortunately, I don't have those things, so it is what it is. There we go. Spider dead. But like I said, we're just trying to beat him once. You only got to beat him once a month, so it's not like it matters. So now here, this is the team we use, I believe. Let's see, best team. Yes, this is the team we used. So we're just going to auto fight this. I believe we just autoed this fight. So now with this fight, really just the ads are the problem. You want to make sure they die quick. You want to make sure that nobody's taking a lot of damage, but those ads really got to die fast. And if you can stun them, if you can, stun, lower their turn meters. There's things you can do to kind of manipulate the fight a little bit. And this team seems to work pretty well with doing what they need to do. You get your attack up, you get your revives. I believe, I don't remember if there's any real reason why we would need specifically Spirit Host. You could use Arbiter or someone else, but I think I'm pretty sure that they made short work of this fight. It wasn't super hard. It does get a little scary towards the end. He does put out a reasonable amount of damage with those attacks when if you let him. So having these ads die quick is kind of important. I figured that this team is pretty efficient at taking out the ads and not dying. So there you go. We get some skill cooldowns. We got some provokes. Good things happening. He's got his AoEs. If you have another AoE hero, I think that would be a good option to bring in here. I might have even brought another AoE hero in here just to make sure that the ads die quicker. So you could do that if you don't want to bring Spirit Host. But there you go. Ads are dead. But he still does a lot of damage. See, you're going to see a good amount of damage come out at this team. Now Kale's dead, so that's fun. Actually, I don't remember if he died last time. I'm surprised that she didn't revive Kale yet. This isn't going well. I feel like I'm surprised that this is the team I used actually. Decreasing turn meter. We got some stuns, so that's good. Hopefully she'll revive Kale eventually, but now it looks like the other guy's gonna die. She really I think they reduced her skill meter, her skill turns. That's why. There we go. That's what you want because they do fear and a bunch of other things. So you want to be able to have someone who can remove those is helpful. All right, so he healed back up there. Ooh, that wasn't good. So that was bad. This is going to be a bad run. Let's redo this and see what the hell we did wrong this time. So I do auto this fight almost every time. Yeah, we're going to restart that and battle. It's funny because this is the team I used. All right, let's replay. We'll auto that again. See if it becomes a problem. We shouldn't die again. Hey, this is the point. Is like we're just trying to beat it, and that's it. I haven't had that happen on this fight recently. I don't even remember the last time that we died on this fight, to be honest. It's not even one of the harder fights. It's just an irritating fight. But you could cycle. It might be the cycle of killing the ads because like I said, they increase our cooldowns, which kind of sucks, which makes it so we're not going to do any damage. I think if I remember correctly, I may have even brought in Yannicka in place of Spirit Host because of the leech, which made us heal a lot more, so nobody got killed. I'm pretty sure we did this with Yannicka, like recently. We don't want him healing. That's the main thing. And there you go. He's dead. And that's what we really want. We want those guys dead as quickly as possible. It could have just been an off turn. I mean, I usually don't have that much trouble here. You could also bring in someone like Visix or what's the other one? Myrmidon, who's a rare. You could bring him in. That's a pretty decent hero. They can do ally protect. So if anyone dies, it'll basically be him. I feel like I actually beat this fight with Visix and with Yannicka because it went a lot quicker. We're trying to do this with the lowest end version though, to see if just in case you're having trouble. I don't want to start bringing in 30 different heroes that are hard to get or take a long time to get. I want to try and do this with the team that I know can at least win and everybody can get pretty easily. So there we go. All right, so now it looks like they did it. Oh, there you go. So we got Smite off. This fight gets really creepy sometimes. It just sucks. You take a ton of damage, which is why the Ally Protect is very useful in here. Oh, wow. So Kale got hit with the extra ally hit. So thank God for protection, right? Let's see if they can handle it. Now, if he heals, we're dead, basically. If they don't heal, we're good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There you go. They won. So it didn't go the way we wanted, but they did win. Um, Yeah, if I was to change this up, I would probably say an ally protect hero would be good, or someone with a leech who can keep you healed. Um, Other than Syl, because then Syl can kind of resurrect the ally protector instead of Kale. But yeah, it didn't go great, but it works, and that's all that matters. So you can win. It sucks. It's a crap fight. But yeah, killing those ads is important. Extra nukers could be very helpful. Like, to be honest, like I said, I probably wouldn't even bring Spirit Host in here. I would just bring in Yannicka, from me personally, and we were able to beat this a lot easier. It was a lot quicker. This was our best time, apparently. So I guess having the extra attack power from Spirit Host is helpful because we just got our best time with the worst team. So and then they almost all died. So that's great. But yeah, I would bring in Yannicka or an ally protect or even another shielder, someone who can keep the damage mitigation to a minimum. And then this wouldn't be as hard. All right. And that's what I did. And we'll be doing that on the later iterations of the Doom Tower videos when I actually show you teams that are good to beat things, not just teams that I did beat things with. All right. So that is Doom Tower. The next cycle. Ooh, let's get out of here. Just a quick overview of some of the heroes we used. So Syl, she's in Relentless. We've got all her skills max with Brimstone, Masteries, all the way down to, what is this? To Accuracy, and then we have some defensive stuff. We used Drexstar, who's got Lifesteal, because we have him as more of an attack type hero. He doesn't have a blessing, but we went down to Giant Slayer and then down the defense side tree of the Masteries. Here we go. What's our girl? High Katoon, HP regen set. She's got all her skills max, Chainbreaker. She goes down to War Master and down the support tree side, so that's good. Jizzo, he's in HP Destroy for Scarab King, but you could switch him over to a Provoke set if you really wanted to. Skills, he has all max and Chainbreaker. Masteries is down to War Master, and then the defense tree because we want him to have more defense. Apothecary is basically just Speed Demon, all speed, speed, speed. He's got all his skills max with the Carapace Blessing. He goes down to Giant Slayer for his A1, and then he's got all of the support side tree stuff going on. Kale is in Lifesteal. No surprise here. Skills all max with Phantom Touch Blessing. Mastery is down to War Master, and then he is down the support tree for accuracy. Spirit Host is in the bolster set. She has lots of shields. Skills max with Phantom Touch. Masteries, she goes on the attack side to War Master, and then down the support side for a little more healing and stuff like that. We've got Odachi you could use as a provoker. If you do use him, which we did not in this run through, you can use Faultless Defense or any defensive type blessing. And then we bring him down to War Master and we give him accuracy so he can land those provokes and his other skills. War Maiden, mostly speed, basically. You could get her in attack if you want. She has Phantom Touch Blessing and all her skills max down to War Master, and then the accuracy tree so that she can land her defense down. Who else do we use in here? Master Butcher. He's been basically the HP regen set, the healing set with more HP. He does have a decent amount of HP. He's got defaultless defense, and he has all basically accuracy and healing and HP. I actually went for HP on his final mastery and defense tree. And then yeah, and I think that's everybody we used, right? If I missed anyone, it's so what. You can go look at my page and you can check the playlist and you'll see some heroes and stuff that have their own little spotlight videos. All right, so this is the Doom Tower rotation for this time. Like I said, I wanted to make this one a little bit shorter because most of the bosses in here we have fought before. Eternal Dragon wasn't the best fight in the world, but hey, it's how I beat it, and that's how I got through it the first time. It's not the way I get through them now, but that will show a little bit later. Maybe we'll start doing some strategy videos on how to make sure you have teams that can actually win these without worrying about dying. But this is not that video, so I'm sorry. All right, so if you guys have any questions, comments, things you want to tell people about how you beat it, then feel free to let us know. Leave it in the comments. Obviously, I don't really need people yelling and screaming at each other, so please be respectful. And yeah, that's basically it. If you want, like, subscribe, share, do all that. That's fine. I enjoy it. I'm actually looking forward to doing more content that has better chances of survival rather than just we got through it. And this is the last version of that, so that's good. All right, so this is the Doom Tower. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd. You guys take care.